Formerly struggling under the weight of negligence, the dairy industry has in the last few years been transformed to register impressive growth in Kenya. Typical of Africa's agricultural sector, the milk industry is dominated by small-scale producers who account for 80% of the dairy industry's output. Estimates indicate that the country's total milk production is about 2.8 billion litres annually. Just a few kilometers from Nairobi city is Sigona, an area well known for cattle rearing. Here, farmers milk their cattle twice a day and sell either to independent dairy companies or the government-owned Kenya Cooperative Creameries, known as KCC.
I have been having benefits of being able to sell my milk and then feed my family, do my things, and also the manure, and also you sell the cows.
In the early 1980s, KCC was the only player in the industry before falling under bad management. A decade later, the government took on a restructuring position and turned the sleeping giant into the new partially privatized KCC in the hope of reviving the sector to its winning ways, a feat it has been able to achieve.
I can clearly say that new KCC is now on the go. It started off in the year 2003 with a loss of, the first year of trading, it made a loss of 8 million Kenya shillings. We are now at a profit levels of beyond 500 millions per year. And just to be precise, I think that this turnaround has been delivered by Kenyans and by the stakeholders sharing into the vision.
Competition, though, came in 1992 when the sector was liberalized.
Through various efforts that we're doing in terms of developing the livestock industry, through activities like the Livestock Breeder Show, we are able to develop the industry not only in Kenya but also in the region, such that farmers in Kenya are able to get better opportunities to market their breeds, not only locally to other farmers, but also to farmers within the region.
And the winners were the farmers, as players fought over better buying rates, while dairy consumers got a bigger product variety and pricing to choose from.
We have a farmers extension program. Within that farmers extension program, we divide it into farmers benefit from around 4 areas. One is the training on better farming methods, whereby we train them on how better farming methods, and also on selection of good breeds. The other area that they benefit from is on credit facilities. Once you're a farmer, so partnering with Brookside Dairy, we give you animal feeds, we give you dewormers, we give you other medicines on credit against your supply of milk. 3, we assist farmers through financial assistance with the leading financial institutions.
We believe that it is only through group approach that Daily can develop, because farmers are about to reap economies of scale. Within the year, actually, we chose not to increase producer price uniformly, but we chose to drive an agenda. We held producer price at about 24, ordinary price, but we created some commission-based sort of a program, which was linked to quantity delivered to new KCC. And we graduated such that farmers were encouraged to come together. Farmers coming together and bulking up to 1,000 litres, we've been giving them 1 extra shilling per litre.
With the current drought, milk production has been significantly affected. This, coupled with post-election violence in 2008, has also contributed to the decline in volumes in the sector.
The drought has affected the livestock industry in general very drastically in this country, and particularly in the marginal areas. In terms of dairy production, because of restrictive feeds availability and the quality of feeds that have been reduced, the milk production has severely been reduced. In some cases, depending on the preparedness of the farmers, to almost less than half.
Milk is a perishable good, and high cost of farm inputs, poor infrastructure like roads, have also affected the output.
I think the feeds are too costly. Also the medicines, Also, we are much affected by the prices of electricity, and also prices of petrol. If you go to look for the feeds, you have to pay a lot for the feeds and also for the petrol.
Livestock research experts in the country have also pioneered programs to enlighten farmers on the importance of proper feeding for their livestock.
One, as a knowledge institution, a research institution, we generate the knowledge that can help farmers make the right decisions. I'll give two examples. One, do we know enough about what livestock breeds to keep in what production systems? For example, if you are in the coastal part of Kenya, where it is hot and humid, there is need to have the right type of animals there. But not only that, do you have the right fodder crops, the right grasses growing, and are you mixing them in the right proportions?
Old may be gold, but farmers have been asked to adopt new research being churned out by vets to reduce livestock diseases as well as enhance production of the dairy products.
In order to enhance your dairy milk production, you must have adequate and good quality feeds at all the times, because milk is produced on a daily basis. And when I'm talking about nutrients here, I include water. Granted that milk is 80% water. Now, in terms of breeding, you need the animal that will transform those feeds efficiently into milk. So you just don't get any animal producing milk. In order to enhance your milk production, it's important that you have the right choice of genotypes or breeds. Again, diseases. Animals that are affected by diseases will not produce optimally. So you need to control and manage your diseases appropriately.
The outlook for the industry is looking positive, a result which will encourage more milk production in the country.
As a business, we are actually thinking or we are working towards making sure that there is growth in dairy long term. We are looking at partnership programs with the farmers so that their production is sustainable and it's long term. And it's all the time, because currently production is actually governed by seasons. So we are encouraging improved modern methods of animal husbandry to ensure that production is there consistent across the year, because that's the only way, again, which you can be able to sustain your markets.
Though the economy is currently tight, the industry seems to be keeping strong, and a further privatization is set to push new KCC towards further heights, while the players are keen to take their products to new markets. The dairy industry in Kenya is one to watch. Perhaps this is one of those sectors that can be described as depression-proof.